Hello, friends. Welcome to one of our webinars with our partners. Today, I'm with Lee and Randy of townsites.com. We're going to show you a bunch of stuff today, and we're going to talk about how to champion your community, right? Be the mayor of your town. We're going to show you how to close out your competition and secure and own and operate your own community in your area. And we're going to show you tools to communicate clearly and automate a whole bunch of work that you're right now not doing at all or doing manually, but you should be doing on a regular basis. I'm going to pass the mic to Lee to say hello, introduce themselves, and then we'll get into it.
Yeah,
Lee, all yours.
Raymond, thank you so much. I appreciate the opportunity to share our product with your group. My name is Lee Moretus. I'm a 25-year plus mortgage real estate guy. You guys heard I started in real estate when there was a weekly book. Well, that's when I bought my first house. So I wasn't in real estate then, so I'm not that old. But saw a need. My wife's a top agent, one person show. She couldn't do everything herself, and she would always be all upset because there was the one agent in her community was just crushing it, that was always everywhere. And that's kind of what I did, is I wanted to create a product or platform that could help my wife be on a level playing field. And when we built it, we got lucky because AI had just launched, and so we took a product that was meant at a small scale and we turned it into a product for the masses. Years of technology experience. Randy, why don't you tell everyone a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Been in the business 20 something years. The vast majority of it has been in the prop tech space. So I've worked with agents and brokerages and teams and MLSs and associations and brands and you name it. It didn't make a difference, and my job was to help people adopt technology, right? Technology is created to make your life easier, hopefully, not necessarily harder. Before joining Town Sites, I was a partner in a company called LionDesk, which is a very popular CRM. That company was acquired, and before that, Lee and I had another software company that was acquired by ShowingTime. So we have a little bit of a track record of building products and tools that actually get use by the masses. We're not really trying to build widgets that people don't use. We find problems that people have, and we bring those to light. And when he brought me Town Sites, this process, if you will, or this theory isn't necessarily new. This is how most real estate agents were growing their business 20 years ago, before the internet. The most popular person in town was that real estate agent. He was shaking hands, kissing babies, going to all the networking events, etc., and put his or her boots up on the desk and wait for people to come in. And then when Lee showed me that we could do this at scale through a digital front, it was really, really intriguing, because just the industry's changed so much in the last 20 years, and how we get business and what the responsibilities that you guys are faced with are. You guys have to do more than ever now. So I was really excited to jump on board and help bring this product into the lives of a lot more people who don't necessarily want to be doing Instagram reels every day.
I love it. That's fantastic. Are you guys ready to get into our demonstration so we can teach some people some stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. So
Let's do it.
Let me share my screen here. Can you guys see that okay?
Yep, perfect.
Yep.
Thanks, Lee.
So we already talked a little bit about ourselves. And let's just talk, a little bit more about Town Sites and what is Town Sites. Town Sites is an AI-powered platform that we designed to really do all of the heavy lifting for you. We're going to help you build a strong online presence. We're really going to help you become the digital mayor of your community. I know that's a kind of a cliche, and that's been used a lot, that term, but we really feel like we have all the technology and all the tools to really, if you just follow our simple processes, we do, like I said, we do most of the heavy lifting. We help you guys become the go-to agent in the community. And there's a number of different ways that we do that. Randy, do you want to add a little?
Yeah, let's take a step back, where I talk about the changing of the industry. So, the industry is changing, and it has been changing for a long time. And I mentioned this before, you guys have to do more than ever. And, it's very, very challenging for people, and the costs to actually get new customers has just increased. I'd wish that we could all go back in time 15 years ago, 10 years ago, when Zillow leads were 50 cents, right? We could buy entire communities for 50 cents a lead. And now, you're paying 25 and 30% of your commission to these companies. Same thing goes true with Google. I really wish that we could go back, because PPC was relatively inexpensive back then, and even 5 years ago in the world of Meta, with Facebook and Instagram, things were cheap. But in the real estate space, they've gotten very, very, very expensive. And that was the way of the business for a handful of years. And now you just can't compete unless you have tens of thousands of dollars. I mean, trying to buy homes for sale in your community, it's always Zillow, Homes.com, Realtor.com, Movoto, Ojo, all these other companies, right? And it's really hard to compete. But what they can't do is they can't connect with the community the way that you guys do. And I think with Townsites, what that's going to do is it's going to market yourself as that community expert. And by doing it with AI, it allows you to create scale. And if you go to the next slide, Lee, we can get into the Gary Vee talk. But what he says is very true. The fact of, if everybody knows you in this community, right, and you're creating content consistently around this, you are going to be the most well-known person. And the great thing is like, this type of stuff is free. Those billboards cost tens of thousands of dollars a month. So Lee, why don't you go ahead and play the video?
How many people are real estate agents? Real estate agents, I'm telling you, much more content about the towns that you sell in. Much more. Go interview the principal of the high school and put that on your social media for all the people that are considering to move and really care about the school system. Go interview the entrepreneur who's had a 50 years family restaurant business in town. Be the mayor or the newspaper of your town with your social, because if every single post coming out of your mouth is this open house and buy this, you're gonna lose the audience. You can't close on every breath. And the fact that social media is free, it's free. I don't know if anybody here has done other marketing besides organic posting on social media, but you can't go buy a full page ad in a newspaper for free. You can't run a commercial on TV for free. For the real estate agents, like the billboards and the bench ads at the bus stop, not free. Everything else costs money. The fact that every single person now can post one post on TikTok and get hundreds of thousands of people to see it based on the merit of the content, that is bananas.
I spoke on stage at Epic last summer, and the only thing not true about that statement is Epic gives you a free billboard. So,
how many people are real estate agents?
So we're going to give you, if nothing else, we want to help you guys be the digital mayor of your community. So we're going to give you a free 27-step to becoming your digital mayor. So if you, we'll just take a minute, grab your phone, and go ahead and scan this QR code. And like I said, we're going to give you a full guide of 27 steps of how to, and it's actually pretty detailed. It tells you how to do events and different things. And it's really geared towards giving you all the ideas and the tools you need to be successful in doing that. We'll just give you another minute. Anybody have any questions so far? Because I know we have 90 minutes today, right, Raymond?
Yep, we do.
So we'll be able to answer everyone's questions at the end too. But does anyone have any questions on does anyone have any struggles right now of trying to stand out in your community? I mean, and what are you guys doing right now? I know that there was a gentleman that was on that I talked to yesterday, and he's interested in signing up. He does a really nice blog that he produces every month. But the one thing that he didn't do with his blog is he didn't do any type of SEO tied to it. So like all the articles and stuff that he was doing didn't really have any reach beyond someone that went right to his site.
And if
Yeah,
everybody would be kind and in the messages, let us know some of the marketing that you're doing, like how you got maybe your last deal or your last two deals. I would be curious. I'm sure that there's a lot of sphere of influence and referrals. I'd like to hear what other things you guys are doing because, the one problem about that one thing that he was talking about, mail lists, yes. The one thing that he was just talking about, or Gary Vee was talking about, is like doing this, right? But I don't know how many of you guys, and raise your hands or click the little thumbs up button. I don't know how many of you guys like to go out and like do selfie videos every day, right? And that's a challenge. And that's one of the things that we're going to show you guys how to utilize some of these technologies now, not to have to do all that work. Because like I believe that every person is gifted with certain skills and not everybody's meant, to be the Instagram influencer or, the person that makes funny videos on TikTok about real estate. So sorry for cutting you off there, Raymond.
It's okay. My question to everybody here is, how are you being seen and getting found? That's one of my books that's being released this year. And visibility matters in this business more than anything else. And that's what Townsites has taken ownership of, helping you be visible within your community so you can be seen, so you can get found, and you can build your business not only smarter, but more organically and connected with the community that you have.
That's well said, Raymond. Let's talk about, before I give a demo, I'm going to actually give a live demo instead of like that. When I was on a week ago, I played the video, but I'm going to actually give a live demo and walk around the town site. But before I do that, I don't know if you guys have a Spotify account or ever listen to any podcasts, but I highly recommend AI's Original Sin. And this was from April of 2024. And it really talks about the origins of AI bias, the real world consequences, the future of AI. And it's a really cool story of how Sam Altman he basically slurped all the content, anything that he could find, and then he ran out of content. So then he created a scraper to scrape all the YouTube articles or all the YouTube videos, and then he turned those into transcripts and scraped all that. So it's just a really cool story of how it was just the Wild West in the beginning. And then Facebook was like, oh my gosh, look at OpenAI is so much further ahead than we are. And so Facebook was going to buy all the book companies, Simon and Schuster, and all the different companies like that. And then Google realized that OpenAI stole all of their videos, and then everyone just started stealing each other's stuff, and it just became the Wild West. But it's a really good story. I highly recommend it, and that's why. That's why if you're following politics and things happening, that's why there's such a big race right now to be the dominant force in AI, because it can be a little scary, and it can be dangerous, but it's going to be harnessed in, and the US will be the leader of AI, and that's because we're going to spend a ton of money to make that happen.
And anybody
Go
who is scared of AI or hasn't been doing it, or you already feel left behind, I assure you, you are not. Even being here today, we are at the very, very beginning of this process of what AI can actually do for us. We were talking to Raymond a couple days ago and saying that basically, like, this is kind of like AOL dial-up right now in terms of the internet. Like it's still very, very early. 14 months ago, we wouldn't have been having a conversation like this, and you wouldn't have been hearing about the tools that are there. It will go fast, but I can assure you, getting involved with AI now, even if it's helping you write emails and things like that, it will absolutely help you and give you a competitive advantage that most people do not have. And the difference is you guys are all like small speedboats as agents. You can move really, really quickly, way before your big companies that you belong to are ever going to develop anything, at scale or even the portal. So please don't think that you guys are behind. You're still very, very early in this process. at the last NAR meeting. It was filled to the brim. And one of the women, who's just a wonderful speaker, was talking about it, asked how many people were using AI, and literally like 10% of the room's hand went up. So just being here today, you're definitely not behind. I promise you. Back to you, Lee.
Great. All right, so this is a sample site here. This is actually a live site. This is Northville, Michigan. It's called Northville Now. And if you look down the page, you can see there's a ticker of the latest news, so all the latest articles. So you can click on any of those and you'll be taken right to the latest blog article that we've written. If you keep scrolling down, one of the unique things that we do with town sites is we allow you to bring on co-contributors. And these co-contributors are local professionals that you would want to be like referral partners. And the unique thing that what we do that no one else does is we allow them, with them being co-contributors, they're paying a portion of your monthly cost for your town site. So once you bring on 3 partners, your town site is essentially free. And then when you add your 4th and 5th and 6th partner, then you're actually turning your technology platform, your town site, into a profit center. And there's no limit to the number of local professionals that you can add to your town site. Everything from a roofing company, a divorce attorney, there's really any type of business professional, local restaurant, esthetician, home stager, the list goes on. And I'm going to go in and show you how to write an article with our interviewer tool, and you'll see a list of all the different professions there. So if I keep scrolling down, here's some latest news. So here's, we did a whole big thing for National Pancake Day. So here's a sample article that talks about Pancake Day, and you can see we're not just writing about pancakes, but because we SEO optimize everything, if you look, you can see, and this is all done by our AI, we have, this is Northville, Michigan. We have Early Bird Restaurant, First Watch Restaurant, Rebecca's, Hudson Cafe, French Toast Bistro. So we have the links. So we're going to write an article, and we're going to have all of these backlinks already built into the article. So if somebody's reading this article and they click on the backlink, they're going to be taken right to their Facebook page or their article. So you can see that it takes it right to the Facebook of the Early Bird of Northville restaurant. If you keep scrolling down, we have call to actions on every digital newsletter. So you can see this is the call to action for Julie. So you click on that, and then you're taken to her landing page that's SEO optimized. If you look here, about Julie Moretas, real estate professional, Metropolitan Detroit, Northville, Novi. So all of these keywords, information is power, find your perfect sanctuary. So all of these things are all optimized that will rank highly. So when people are looking for a real estate agent in Northville, it's going to raise her Google business ranking, and it's going to raise her ranking for Google local service ads as well. Then if you keep scrolling down here, you can see here's all of Julie's reviews. And then this is a really, really easy place to send your customers to actually leave a review. So I click leave a review. It'll pull it right to her Google page. And then you can easily leave a review with just the click of the mouse. So we make it extremely easy for a consumer that finds the town site to really navigate around and actually get to the point where they can start leaving reviews and all the other things for your business. So let's go back here. So I'm going to go back to the page here, and then there's call to action, sign up for the digital newsletter. Here are things happening in town. So all the latest social posts. Then we keep scrolling down. We're going to pull all local events, anything local that's happening in town. There's a scrolling of like all different things, local homes for sale. So there's all the homes for sale right here, and you'll be taken right to your IDX feed. And then there's local deals. So any local deals that are happening in town. And on the bottom is a home valuation tool. So if somebody wants to know what their home value is, they can easily put their information in, click get home value, and it will do that. So Same thing for the partners. So let me show you, let's go to Benji. So Benji's a local lender, and he has here's his team. And this is about his company. Here's his reviews. Then you can leave a review. So we make it easy for the partners to be able to be reviewed. And so we really give them their money's worth on their town site. So let's go back here. So what I want to show now is I want to log in and show you guys how we write an article and how it all works and kind of some of the magic behind it. So
before you go in, let's talk a little bit about the why, right? Like why this stuff is so important. And there's only so much you can say in terms of call to actions in real estate. I think that you guys all agree. I'm going to pick on the person who did the direct mail and even the person with the LPT stuff, right? I've gotten a lot of direct mail from real estate agents, the just listed, just sold, call me, etc. Right? And you got to think about like you receiving that stuff. And consistency is key in all successful marketing, right? I don't think that you can run a serious campaign without giving it 3 to 6 months regardless, because that consistency really pays off. But by becoming a ambassador of your community, a local expert on everything, you're not selling houses in your area. You're selling the communities in which you represent, right? And, you know, I think about all of us here. Some of us are fathers and grandfathers and parents and part of schools and part of pickleball communities and things like that, right? And these are all things that people care about. They don't necessarily care about like just listed, just sold, open house, right? But if you think about all the different things that the people who you connect with on a daily basis, what they care about, and you're providing valuable information on a consistent basis where they're happy with the information, they're not unsubscribing, you've got them. You're making these little cuts in them every time. So when they go to think real estate, they think you, right? They might start their search on Zillow, but because you've been constantly delivering information to them, you're going to make a connection with them unquestionably greater than somebody who just sends them a just listed, just sold. So in the case of the person doing direct mail, I love direct mail. It works. It still works. But how can we deliver more value to them, right? With town sites, we live in Michigan, and I'm just going to give you a couple examples. My son likes to go to the pumpkin patches, you know, like around Halloween to pick out pumpkins. We get ciders, go on hay rides, etc. I don't know if you guys have those where you're at. More than likely you do. Now, if you sent somebody a piece of direct mail that says, scan this QR code to see the 21 best places within a 30-minute drive to go pick pumpkins, I bet you that there's a lot of people just like me who might scan that, go to your page, consume the content that you didn't even have to create, the town site's created for you, right? The great thing is that's an impression on them. The other cool thing is we're also going to be able to retarget them. So you don't even need their information necessarily. We can now run ads to them so they start seeing you more frequent about more things. Same thing goes true with Christmas tree. We do the Clark Griswold thing just about every year. My son is 10 years old and we love it. It's kind of a, you know, Saturday morning after, or kind of typically the day after Thanksgiving, we would go. And we go to this cute little farm where the kids get hot chocolate, you get the handsaw. And over the years, some of the places that we've gone are really, really, really busy, like hour-long waits, right, to check out. That would be another thing where somebody could scan and, you know, find out all of the little Christmas tree cutting types of things. If there's a new restaurant in town, right? Of course you sell real estate. It's on your website. It's here. You can sprinkle that in. But by consistently delivering value to your community that you are the expert, right? That's what you want to be. And we have many people who are literally being stopped in grocery stores and saying, oh my God, I've seen your video, I've seen your posts, etc. Whereas their competition are posting the pictures at the title company with the key just sold. Like nobody cares, right? What people care about is the story in which how they got there. If you're going to do stuff like that, tell the story of you guys had to submit 13 offers for Jan and Smith because it was a buyer frenzy, right? They never thought that they were going to get it. Let them tell that story, right? Connect with them about the industry, about the community, and I promise you guys, you will attract business, right? You won't have to chase it. That's the difference here. So many people are chasing these leads, chasing, chasing, chasing. Are you ready to buy or sell? Are you ready to buy or sell? Are you ready to buy or sell? If you provide enough value, and I'm sure that you guys have all done business with somebody who you've connected with at one level or another, and that's why you chose them, right? We are going to do all of this stuff for you so that people start choosing you, right? And it's all about providing value. So what Lee what Lee's going to get into is how the system does that. So Lee, now you can show them how the system works and how it generates this stuff. I wanted to explain to them why this component is so important, because real estate isn't transactional in the sense of buying a cup of coffee. People don't do this every day. They do it every 5 years. They do it every 7 years. And now the trend is looking like 10 years, unless there's one of the major Ds that happen in somebody's life, right? Especially with rates where they are. So
Yeah, so here's the most recent 4 articles, and it says latest news, and I'm going to click on this one because this was one that Julie wrote herself, and it's with the interviewer tool, which I'm going to actually show you guys in a minute. But as I scroll down to this article, you can see everything that's in bold. So every single thing that's in bold is all the top keywords for a real estate agent that are the most searched. So if you look at this article right here, Northville, Michigan, maximize your home value, negotiate the best price, ensure a smooth transaction, specifics of the Northville housing market, local market knowledge, a top ranked realtor in Northville. So all of these, it would take you guys won't be able to, it'll take you all day. Like our technology, like pulls all of these things automatically and puts it in an article. You can see it'll actually pull in your lead form, call to action, and then it'll also look at all the keywords, best neighborhoods for families, development. So all we need is for one of those keywords, someone to type in one of those keywords, and boom, this article is going to show up. And when somebody sees this article, they're going to say, oh, this person knows a lot about this community. I want a piece of this. I want to work with someone that knows the area. So I want to show you a specific article here. So this is Battle of the Brews. So I'm going to show you a listicle, which is an article on a list. So if you guys can see this, so this is exploring Red Dot and Tuscan. So these are 2 coffee shops in Northville, Michigan. So here's the article. So when you write an article, it's going to pull all the images and credit the source. And I'm going to actually show you guys one, but I wanted to show you this one specifically. So this talks about Tuscan Cafe. It pulls images automatically, so you don't have to do any of that. It'll credit the source. And then it pulled one from the other company, Red Dot, right here. So you can see, so it'll pull and compare and contrast both of those businesses. But what you don't see, but we see from our back end, is that these are all of the keywords. So this is our software. So we're pulling all of these SEO keywords, coffee shops in Northville, Michigan, coffee Northville, Michigan. And then again, so everything highlighted are all SEO optimized, highly ranking keywords that are in the article that will pull that article and have it rank in a short period of time. So that's very important to understand, is when we write these articles, everything's done with that in mind. So let me just show you an example. So I'm going to go to Google here and do dog parks in Northville. And if I do that, scroll down, Northville Unleashed, a local guide to dog parks. So this was an article that was written on June 7th. And you can see it's a really nice article. It connects, and it's a highly ranking article. So we're always looking for opportunities and highly ranking keywords to have articles written that will rank. And so one of the best things about what we do is that when people, have you guys Googled yourself? When's the last time you've Googled yourself? And if you don't have much data, they're going to choose somebody else. A town sites customer, a town sites partner, when you Google them, there's going to be dozens of articles that we wrote about, that you wrote, we wrote for you about your community and your town. So that's like a really important thing to remember, is that we're going to give you that digital footprint that you really can't get on your own. I wanted to show you Temecula. So one of the things that we do, and we really help push you on Google, is that here's Brian and Lori Auer, and you can see this is their site, their Temecula. They generate probably around $1,000 a month from their site because they have a number of community partners. You can see the partners they have on here, but he's just you can see his ranking, his Google LSA. He's ranking #1 in Temecula, in all of Temecula, which is one. I'm not sure if you have many California people, but it's really difficult to do that in an area like that. So and he uses all of our technology, and our articles are posting to his Google business profile, and they're really helping to raise that and have him show. So those are things behind the scenes that we do that are really help get you noticed and will really help get you business. All right, so I'm going to actually show, I hate doing live stuff because you never know what can happen here. So I'm going to go, so this is our dashboard. So when you log in, super easy to use. You connect all your social media accounts right here, just with a click of a button. We create a Facebook community page that matches your town site. Instagram, your Google business profile. We'll do your YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn. And then it's super easy. I'm going to first go over to, let's first write an article. So let's go to article generator. So we have an article generator, and it's really as easy as, let's say that something happened, or let's just say, this is my favorite pizza place. There's a place, I'm not sure if you guys know about deep dish Detroit style pizza, but I live right where the birthplace of the best pizza. I know Ray might disagree because he's in Chicago, but so here's Buddy's Pizza. So this is pizza, and here's the history of Buddy's Pizza. So let's just say you go there and you're like, oh my God, that was great. I'm just going to copy this link, and I'm going to put it in the article generator here and hit paste. And so I want to do, and here are my choices. So this is important, you guys. So I can write a news report, a promotional piece, a how-to guide, a listicle. The 2 coffee shops was written as a listicle. You can do an opinion, a review, a roundup article, or others. So let's just do a promotional piece. And I can add my key takeaway. I'm going to say that this is my favorite pizza of all time. Okay. And then I can go more settings. So once you set it once, it's set for good, but you can go ahead and edit it. You can do your article length, your target audience, your tone of voice. I want it to be humorous, sarcastic, and sassy. Images, so you can pull images from the content, or you can use AI generated images. And then you can show where you want it to post. But once you set this once, it'll automatically default to that. So let's just go to the next steps. So now what's happening is that it's going to generate an outline. So it's going to come up with a title and an outline for the article. And that's just going to take just a minute. And while that's going on, I'm going to show you the interview session. So interview session is super easy to use. So this is when I showed you that industry specific article about real estate. You just click you're ready, and then you just choose a topic that you're familiar with. And this is not only will work for you, but it'll work for any of your partners that you bring on. So a hairdresser, architect, home builder, property manager. And all you do is you click real estate agent, hit next, and then it's going to give you a whole list of questions. Let's just choose marketing strategy. So now it's going to actually fetch questions for you. What digital marketing platforms have you found most effective for reaching potential buyers and why? So you can literally just hit start recording. It's going to pull your microphone on your computer and start. It's going to grab your answer right here. And once you're done, you hit stop recording. You can listen to your response. Once you're good with it, you hit save and continue. You answer 3 questions. You hit submit. And then our AI will take your answers, your voice, and write an SEO professional optimized article in just a couple of minutes. And then all we really recommend you guys doing is spending 1 hour a week or 1 hour a month, and you can write 5 articles and schedule those articles to go out once a week. And then you're golden. And then you're gonna set it to go to your Google business profile, your LinkedIn, and everything else is automated. I mean, we're going to do all the other articles and everything. I just really want our ambassadors to really provide industry specific articles. Let me put this back in here for buddies.
And while Lee's doing that, I'm going to answer one of Nancy's questions. Again, you guys have questions, please put them in the chat. We'll get to them. How are people finding the town sites, right? And that's a great question. I guarantee for the most part, if all of you guys were to put your websites in the chat right now and you guys were to click on them, they all pretty much look the same. They're a template from one of the brands, etc. And if you're not willing to spend 5, 10, 15 minutes on your site, do you really think that the consumer is, right? Town Sites is an extension of that where it provides lots of value, giving people reason to be on your site. So as an example, springtime is coming up and my wife is going to ask me very, very soon, what are we going to do with our son this summer? And I scramble at the last minute to try to find summer camps. First thing I do is I go to Google and I'm looking for summer camps for kids under 12 years old in and around the Brighton area. If you guys had an article specifically detailed around all the different camps that are available, right? That would be one way in which somebody finds you, okay? Same thing with coffee shops, same thing with date night, same thing with the new construction project. They're replacing one of the bridges here. I want to know what the heck is going on with it and how it's going to screw up the construction side of things. So you're not going to rank, unfortunately, for homes for sale in your town. You just don't have the money, the buying power to compete with the big boys. However, you can compete on local and specific information around your community that is being searched on a regular basis. So festivals, things to do, summer activities, winter activities, places to go, you name it. And that's how you're going to beat out a lot of the competition because those people are looking for things in the community, right? Every time you come here, you're seeing Julie's face over and over and over again. You're able to remarket them as well, capture their information, get them on a newsletter list with us. So that's how people are finding us.
And then let me, that was a great lead in. So we also send out a weekly digital newsletter that's completely automated. And so that's another really great way to be seen. So if you upload your database to our system, we will send out a weekly, we call it our weekly roundup. So everything that's happened on your town site every week will get sent to your database. And look how easy this is. So you just log in and this is your newsletter and you can click on like, here's all the articles we wrote. And over here, you can say, how many posts do I want to show? Do I want to show 4? Let's just show 2, the 2 most recent posts that apply. And then it'll just show the 2 most recent articles that were written. Now, the next section is what's happening in your community. I mean, you need 0 technical skills. If you can click a mouse, you can work this platform. So how many events happening? Let's just say you want to show 6 events. So click 6, hit apply. Now the 6 most recent events are showing up. Now the next section is the homes for sale. So here's homes for sale. We syndicate from your MLS or your website. And so you can show however many homes for sale as you want. Let's just say You want to show 6 homes for sale, you can do that. Okay. And then once you're all set, you just set your newsletter to go out every week. And it's completely automated, and it will pull all the content and data that we did for you automatically. So let's go back to the article here and see where we're at here. Once again, it typically takes just a couple minutes. And I had to resubmit it because when I went to another screen, it didn't save the information.
And while we're waiting, somebody, I think it might be Catherine, asked, will this work if you cross with another business or service that we offer? And that is absolutely yes, 100%. Like if your wife, as an example, is a chiropractor, they also could utilize it the same way, right? And again, as Lee mentioned before, your mortgage brokers, your title partners, your roofers, they can contribute, they can pay and contribute to this, where you help advertise their business and they get the same benefit, right? Which reduces your cost on the platform to virtually zero, and then it turns into a revenue stream, right? So you can absolutely promote your chiropractor business or your dog walking service or, you know, your photography business with that directly as well. The whole idea is coming up in all of the local searches and being able to have lots of content that you can post then on social media, because that's one of the biggest problems that most people, me included, face. It's like, okay, well, what am I going to post? Right? Another just listed, just sold? No, like you're going to post a picture of a smoky old fashioned and say, oh my God, I just went to 3 of the new speakeasies in town, or whatever the case may be, and click here to read the full article on how I break them down from best to worst, right? Or whatever the case may be. That's what you're really accomplishing. You're creating waterfall style content at scale utilizing AI, which is very, very hard to do on an individual basis. I think anybody here who's involved with social media, they know how hard it is to like do the videos, do the articles, be posting every day, because if you're posting once a month, it's almost not worth doing. You should be posting a little bit more consistently. And if people aren't engaging with your content, meaning liking it, commenting it, etc., right, you're being shown less. So something to put that we would make sure that's in that social media post would be like, make sure to click the link to read my full review on those speakeasies. By the way, drop a comment below if you guys have been to any of them, right? That's encouraging engagement. And you guys have ever engaged in a Facebook page or something like that, you notice that you start seeing it more frequently, right? That's what you're looking for. That's what we call the invisible list. And that's what we're shooting for here.
All right, so here's the article on the pizza place right here, exploring the roots of Detroit style pizza. And so you can see the article, and if you notice, it's showing March 10th. So we do this on purpose. We push it out at least a week because we don't want you to like be all nervous that, oh my gosh, I just published an article and I wasn't ready yet, I want to edit it or whatever. So we give you the ability to go in and make sure to review it if you want, or to make sure it's going to go to all the right social media channels. But you can see how professional this is. So not only do we write the article and we have all the keywords in, but we're also pulling the images and crediting the source. If you can see here, you can see how we credited the source and everything in the article as well. So like here's an article, we're even linking USA Today. So, 5 great regional pizzas. So we always have backlinks, and, it's really important to understand, like, writing an article and having a number of backlinks in the article is really difficult to do on scale. So our company, we're writing thousands of articles a week for all of our ambassadors. And so we make sure that everything that we do is backlinked numerous times for that reason. Let me show you guys one other article that I wrote. And I did this, so I was just, let me go to my articles. So I just did a search on this Detroit. I just opened up my computer and just did local news, and there was a whole article about major road reconstruction to disrupt where we live. So there's a huge development that's going to close one of the main freeways, and that's newsworthy. So what I did is I just wrote this, and it literally took 2-3 minutes, and it talks about the whole project that's going to be, closing all the streets. So you can see, and this was done just in a couple minutes. And once again, I did this just before our meeting today. So it pushes it out to March 7th. So I can go in and edit this article. If I go back, I can go in and edit the article. When I want it to publish, I can have it go to my Google Business, my Instagram, my Facebook, and then I can just schedule it super easily. So it's really, really easy to use. You need virtually no technology skills, and we did that on purpose. And then the one section I want to show here is our community partner section. So when we know you guys are busy selling real estate and you don't want to sit and have to go collect from somebody. So we keep it super easy, and we keep a credit balance. So anytime you have a balance, you can actually get that money and get it sent to you, but you can easily add a partner, and we handle all of the billing for you. So we make it extremely easy for you to be successful with that. Let's see here. Any questions on that at all?
Jose has his hand up, and he wants to know also, maybe this is what his question is about, is will it do it in Spanish? What are the language provisions for the platform, Lee?
Not yet. It's coming by the end of the second quarter. So we're getting close to Spanish.
So that wasn't a question, but I mean, sorry, that was one of my questions, but I have another question. Can I ask it?
Yeah, go ahead, Jose.
So I have a friend that does social media posting in Mexico City. Can he use this platform?
I don't see why not.
Can he use it for
Posting for his clients' social media posting.
absolutely.
Okay. And then the other thing, I was going to make a suggestion. I saw the other day where I was reading an article, and the article had like languages, and then just toggled on the language and just picked the language, and it automatically translated the article into the language. That was a suggestion as well.
Yeah, I don't
It was probably using Google Translate as a tool that's just built into a bunch of platforms.
Yeah, offering the product is not difficult from a technology standpoint. It's more of, we currently don't have someone on staff that's fluent in Spanish, and we would need to have that. So it's more of it's one of those things that we're preparing for, because we did launch in Canada a couple months ago. So we are in all 50 states plus Canada, and it is the natural next step to open in Mexico. And we have a couple like ambassadors to Mexico that are big in real estate that want to actually open up Mexico, and obviously we would definitely need to have it in Spanish for that.
I'm going to make another suggestion. I went and did a seminar in Mexico, and this guy was unbelievable. Everything I said in English, he said it in Spanish, standing right next to me. So I may give him your phone number, and he can contact you, and maybe you guys can work together.
That would be great. That would be awesome.
Town sites.
So let's talk about the problems that Townsite solves.
Can I
So
ask
we're
a quick
gonna
question?
Do you have a question?
I do, real quick. For so I live in a rural part of Washington State, 2 hours east of Seattle. It's a huge county. It's gigantic, but there's not a lot of people. So my little town is 45,000. It's called Ellensburg, Washington. Then there's another little town 30 minutes away that has more high ticket luxury real estate in it. So there's a resort that's called Cleellum. So there's two, and we have a YouTube channel, and we try to do a video every week, and we have a lot of like pros and cons of Cleellum, pros and cons of Ellensburg, what it's like to live in, we are becoming known, but this I can see just like would just blow it up. It would be us becoming known in our communities, but it's two communities. See, it's Ellensburg, Washington and Cleellum, Washington. There's not enough business, in my opinion, in just Ellensburg to just be a town site. So I don't know, like Central Washington, do you offer that? That's what our area is known as, or Kittitas County.
Did you check the availability of your community?
Yeah, Ellensburg was open, but again, yesterday we got a call from a buyer they're in Scotland right now. They saw our YouTube video on Cleellum, and it's a 1.5 million house, which is a big ticket price. When you get up toward 2 million, that's the kind of business that I would rather be doing. In my 26 years of experience, like that's where my experience is, and those are the calls I want. And we got it from a YouTube video we did.
What's your
Yeah.
YouTube channel?
I think it's Living in Central Washington.
I gotcha.
Big Dog, we have bigdogrealty.com is my website. We're 26 years, and like I said, but anyway, so do I need 2 town sites? That would be weird. And
No, you wouldn't need to. You
Yeah.
would just schedule a meeting with Randy or myself, and then
Okay.
we'll figure out a way, because
We'll figure it out.
when we mapped out the whole United States, it was extremely difficult to determine, like every state is different.
Mhm.
And so what we did is when we first launched, we sold Virginia Beach as one community, and we were like, well, why, and so then we realized that, it was too big of an area. So then we like went back and made things smaller, and we did it because you really don't need to have a huge area to really be successful, because but in your situation, we understand that some of the communities we broke down a little bit too small and are a little bit too rural. So if anyone else has checked their community and that they're coming up with that same issue, just make sure you set up a meeting with us. But in most cases and in most states, we have it pretty much dialed in.
Okay. Yeah,
Yep.
like Seattle, which is where I'm from, 4.5 million people, right? So you can just be Medina. That could be your town site, is Medina or Bellevue or Redmond, where Microsoft is, right? But over here, I need at least 2 of the towns. Like that's pretty much all that is this whole entire gigantic county, is these 2 little towns, right?
Yeah, I just sold a community in Washington State yesterday.
Oh, what was it?
Let me figure out which one it was.
So, well, he's figuring that out, Heidi. A couple things looking at your site, right? Give you some feedback. I think you could be crushing whether we work together or not, right?
No, well, I think we'll work together and we can set an appointment. I don't want to take everyone else's time.
No,
but
I think that this is valuable for the
Okay.
group. I'm on your site. I went to your YouTube channel. I clicked your link, right?
Yeah.
It then sends me to your Big Dog Realty. Okay.
The website.
Now, the site. Now, the problem that I see is you have like 4 things there, right? How nice would it be if people could scroll and see restaurants and see real estate and see schools and see hiking and all of that's what we want to do for you. We want to incorporate all of that stuff because like you caught them on YouTube, which is great. You got them to your site. Now we want them to explore more, right? And then what we want to also do is maybe have a pop-up or another call to action there where they can book an appointment with you. Because I have people utilizing a very similar strategy as you, and they're getting appointments booked, right? Because like I'm on your site, I just watched one video, okay? Because I saw it on YouTube. But if I come here and there are the best places to eat video in your town, boom, I got another one, right? I'm consuming more content about that community, which is piquing my interest. And who was the one that was providing that information to me? You, right?
Yeah.
So you're heading in the right direction for sure. YouTube is one of the absolute best places, right? Because they retarget for you for free. Only platform, second biggest search platform available today. And YouTube is the only platform that will retarget to you automatically, right? If any of you guys on this call today, you've ever watched a video and then you go to YouTube the next day, like it starts to fill up with very similar videos from similar creators, right? That's what you want. And you want that feed also to be here so that people, because right now I watch the one video, now I really don't have a lot. I can look at listings. I love the download the free PDF. I think that that's great. But I kind of run out of information.
Yeah, I
Right,
see where
where-
you're going. Oh, this is so exciting, you guys. I'm
Yeah, so it's like,
excited I found you. Yeah.
We spent a
Wow.
long time
Mhm.
building this out and really thinking about it. And
Right.
you
That's-
want the unlimited potential. Everybody here has been to an airport, right? Or been to a restaurant. And what is everybody doing? They're
Oh my-
doing this,
Yeah.
right? And they can't stop. They're trying to get and see more information, more information, more information. You're right. You know what I'm saying? We want you to be giving them more information, so that they're like, okay, like Heidi's really got a lot of stuff here. She's obviously an expert in this community. Like I'm thinking about getting the heck out of the crazy Seattle with all the nuts, the things that are going on, whatever. And I want to get some land. Bam.
Right.
You
Bam.
right?
Yeah.
It's about
Oh.
making those cuts,
Yeah.
right?
This is
So-
great, you guys. This is just really great. Just
So-
want to applaud you for creating this and using the
Thank you so
AI.
much.
You couldn't do it without AI, right?
That's right. This product would not exist without it. It would be, you guys can do all of this. Everybody here can do all of this stuff that Lee is about to go through on your own. You can go hire a bunch of VAs and you can create SOPs and you can manage them and monitor them and make sure that all of this stuff is being done, right? Or you can just let the system work for you, right? The cost of this is less than the cost of an actual VA. So I would highly recommend use the cheat code because we have AI now.
Yeah.
And that's the stuff that our partner Nick, who we don't let him on camera too often. He's like a real life Doogie Howser. So in 8th grade, he tested out of high school and went to University of Michigan. He went one semester and was bored, so he just quit college and started his first tech company. So he's a very smart young man, and he's like the one that really helps us, build and be successful with putting all these pieces together. But I wanted to show, because I haven't showed some of the features that you guys get with your town site and some of the things that your community partners get as well. So we didn't really talk in detail about turning your town site into a profit center. And like once you add your third person, your town site's free. So if you have your lender, your title company, your stager, your roofing company, a divorce attorney, and then you meet with them once a month, do a breakfast meetup and really figure out how to collaborate together, put on events like we have events in a box. We teach you how to do a holiday photo shoot, do a Christmas tree photo shoot, do pumpkin pie giveaway, do whatever. So we have all these events in a box designed for you to get your partners together and do these little events. And so like I said, I didn't show the video and that kind of talked about some of that stuff, but, and then we take it one step further. We actually created a professional video to help you bring your community partners on. And I wanted to play that real quick.
Hey there, local business pro. Are you looking for an incredible opportunity to connect with your community and supercharge your brand's visibility? Well, your search ends here. Welcome to the Town Sites Community Partner Program. In just 2 minutes, we'll show you how this partnership will transform your business. Let's dive right in. Becoming a Town Sites Community Partner is the perfect way to bridge the gap between your business and your local community. It's cost-effective, targeted, and loaded with benefits that'll skyrocket your brand's visibility. As a community partner, your business and photo will be prominently featured on our platform that's a hub for everything happening in your community. Town Sites is all about hyperlocal communities, connecting you with a highly targeted local audience. As a partner, Town Sites will provide complete setup and optimization of your Google business profile, optimized to outrank your competitors. We also give you access to our proprietary AI article interviewer tool. This tool writes industry-specific SEO-optimized articles that will automatically syndicate to your Google business, Facebook business, and LinkedIn profiles, all designed to establish you as a leader in your industry. Town Sites also offers a complete turnkey Google local service ad solution for your local service business to drive leads and appointments directly to your business. The calculated placement of call to action prompts on the Town Sites platform and in your digital newsletters act as your undercover method for building connections throughout the local business scene. This will potentially be seen by thousands of prospects weekly. Leverage Town Sites as your personal marketing team to create a powerhouse networking and referral group by collaborating with other community partners. It's marketing benefits galore, all bundled together at a fraction of the cost. Say hello to savings and increased ROI. So what are you waiting for? Create fruitful referral relationships with other community partners. Connect, engage, and thrive with your local community like never before. Click the link below to get started, and let's make your business the talk of the town.
So that video is created for you guys to be able to send to your partners.
Hey there, local
Oops.
business pro. Hey there, local.
So next thing I want to show real quick is our AI. So I know everyone hates doing video, so we've solved that problem too. So we just recently launched our avatar. And so obviously this is me and this is my avatar.
Hello, everyone. Let me ask you, how many of you wish you could be in 2 places at once, running your business and connecting with your audience 24/7? Well, that's where I come in. I'm your virtual assistant, your content creator, and your community voice all rolled into one. While you focus on growing your business, I'm out there working for you nonstop, creating engaging content, answering questions, and building trust with your audience. Think of me as your hardworking business partner who never takes a break. So are you ready to let me lighten your load and take your business to the next level? Let's make it happen.
So that's my avatar. And so what we do is when we write articles, we're just introducing this, and every week we'll go ahead and do a avatar saying, this week I wrote, about the best coffee shops in town. Click on the link to read the full story. So we're starting small with things like that, but then we're expanding it as we go. Last thing real quick is the AI voice. So with our product comes with full texting, and then if you do decide to upgrade and add the Google local service, we've taken that and we put that on steroids, where we actually have a voice agent that will automatically answer all of your calls for you and qualify them and then live transfer them.
Hello, this is Amanda. I'm Julie Moretis' AI assistant. How can I help you today?
Yeah, I'm interested in buying a property.
Great. Are you planning to buy within the next 2 to 3 months?
Yes.
Awesome. Let me grab some quick info and I'll transfer you to Julie right away. May I have your first and last name, please?
Before I give you that, can you tell me a little bit about Julie's experience?
Julie is a licensed real estate agent in Michigan with a large team that can handle transactions across all 50 states. She's got the experience and resources to help you find the perfect property. Now, may I have your first and last name, please?
One last question. Can you tell me about her Google reviews?
Julie has a strong reputation with positive reviews on Google, reflecting her dedication and expertise in real estate. People appreciate her personalized service and attention to detail. Now, could I have your first and last name, please?
Sure. Name is Alex Wilson.
Thanks, Alex. Could I also have your phone number in case we get disconnected?
Yes, 248-586-2154.
Got it. Thank you, Alex. Let me connect you with Julie on a live call right now. Please hold for just a moment.
Yeah, so that will automatically qualify the call, transfer, give you a full transcript and audio file of everything that was done. And we're seeing fantastic results with the product. It's going extremely well with that. All right, so now we're to the big finish, the cost of the product. So these are all the things that you get with your town site. You get your exclusive city ownership, automated digital newsletter, automated SEO optimized hyperlocal articles, automated social media posts. Not only do we write the articles, but we're going to also write social posts that connect to the articles for engagement on your social profiles as well. Professionally managed hyperlocal website, Google business optimization, Google reviews built in, video scripting and editing with the avatar, geo-targeted leads, weekly coaching. So we do every week, every Wednesday, we do an hour of coaching, lead generation mechanisms, professional networking group, events in a box, integrations with your database. So all this individually would be $5,000 at least. The SEO optimized articles, there was a company before, there was a company that we looked to integrate with, and they charged $2,200 a month just for the SEO optimization. So it's kind of crazy how much just that one piece of the puzzle would cost. With town sites, it's only gonna be $495 a month, which is, that's what the price is now. You guys would be grandfathered in, but I think we need to raise the price, Randy. We're giving way too much value for the price. And that's if you don't sign up anybody. If you sign up one person, it knocks $200 off, 2 people. So once you bring on 3 community partners, your site's free. So, and there's no limit to the amount of revenue that you can generate with your town site. So we're giving $200 off of the setup fee. So normally it's $695 to get started and $495 a month, but we're giving the $200 off. So it's only going to be $495 today to get started. And we'd love to have you on as a customer. And it's too bad that Elizabeth, she was on in the beginning. She signed up just the other day and she was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to do 3 of them. She just finished her onboarding yesterday, and she's, when I told her that we were doing this again today, she's like, I'm going to pop on and just say hi. So I didn't even know she was going to say so many nice things about us. But any more questions that you guys might have?
So Lee, Debbie had a couple questions. What happened if Julie doesn't answer the phone?
It would just leave a message. So it's going to her personal cell phone.
Okay, cool.
But we've also added a text message. So she will get texted in case, let's say her phone's off or she's not at her email or whatever. She's going to get an email saying that a lead came in, and she's also going to get texted as well.
Yep. And the transcript between the AI and the person. So Heidi would get a text message notification. Karen Smith just called in. Here's the transcription of what happened. And if I were Heidi, I would get back on that. These are come list me or come help me find a property type of leads. Like, those are hot, right? Don't chase cold leads. Take the hot ones, drop them, literally. So, and you can set up when you want your hours, so for those of us that are parents, we're dropping our kids off at 8, we're picking them up, or dinner's between 6 and 7, you can certainly make sure that the AI explains that, and they'll get right back to you, within 30 minutes or whatever the case may be, because no lead should ever interrupt family time, in my opinion.
And then the other thing to remember is that if it's an LSA lead and they ask for, if they're looking just to rent, it'll disqualify the lead. It'll say, I'm sorry, if you're looking to buy or sell, we can help you, but we're not in the market to help you rent. So it will automatically, try to get off that call so you don't get charged for the Google call. The other cool thing about and I'm going to ask Joe, I know you had your hand raised, just give me 1 second, that any community partner that signs up gets the AI voice for their business. So if it's a roofing company or a plumber or whatever, so that's just a great tool to give them to be your partner. So that's worth, and for them, it's $199 a month to be a partner. It's worth $199 alone, just having the AI voice to help them with their business.
The partnerships is really important, you guys. I don't think that you realize how much power you really have in terms of bringing community partners on. If you are referring a lender, let's just say 2-3 deals a year, and let's just use the average price point of 376,000, I think is the US medium, right? You're generating how much money for them, right? $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 in commission, right? For that lender is making off of you every single year. You still have to go out and hustle and get these deals, but you're giving Roger those deals year after year after year, right? Roger has 25 more of you out there, right? Feeding him deals as well. And yes, Roger's giving you additional, he's really treating your people good. You can rely on him. And I get that. I understand. But it's not uncommon to ask Roger to, give you a couple $100 to help you market your business so you can continue to feed him business, right? Same thing goes true with your contractor, right? My wife is also an agent. She referred a friend of ours, Lorenzo, nearly $80,000 worth of renovation works on different properties throughout the year. One woman, her husband had passed away and she really needed to spruce it up on the inside, right? And he had a bunch of fixes, right? His average margin is around 37%. You can do the math, right? He made a lot of money off of her, would gladly pay, $100 a month, $200 a month to help offset those costs. You guys are sharks. You're out there swimming. You bite into a fish, right? You got it. You take the bite, you shake it. Before you know it, there's all kinds of other fish around you. And what are they doing? Eating off of you, right? So bringing in some community partners, especially your higher ticket ones, your contractors, your plumbers, right, et cetera, will gladly, because it's compounding growth for them. You're referring business on a regular basis. This is dollars that they don't have to go spend with Google, running ads, putting on billboards, or doing whatever else that they need to do to market their business. So I would highly recommend you have that conversation, even if you don't become a Townsite user, for your existing business today, right? Let them help, because if you're feeding them and continuously giving them business, there's no reason why they can't help you continuously market. So the gentleman who was talking about sending out mailers, maybe you can get one of the lenders to help pay for, 2 of those mailers that go out, during the holiday season. It's a really, really critical part that most people don't realize that they're missing out on. There's a lot of money being left on the table in terms of ancillary services, and that's why we see it as such a benefit, right? And this is a really transparent way for them to market that's RESPA compliant, that passes all the rules and regulations from the title side of the game to the mortgage side of the game. It's just a really important component to your business, even if they paid you, helped you run Facebook ads, right? Like whatever the cost is, if you're feeding people business, I highly recommend taking advantage of that. Anybody have any questions about of referral partners, how to get them, whatever? I can certainly go through any of that stuff. Oh, and one other thing about that. When you are working with clients, you should have, and you can put this on your town site, your preferred vendor list, right? Your preferred vendor list is when you close on that deal, right? You send them, you text message them, you send them to your site. You have a list of your painters, your plumbers, your snow removal, your grass cutting people, all the people who you've worked with and developed a really good relationship, especially Heidi in your case, people that are moving from Seattle. They don't know, right? Frank
Right.
is the best painter. We've all had painters show up, right? And then not show up for 7 days. Okay. We've all been in that boat. But if Frank has been doing this for 30 years and he treats all your customers like gold, he's really never had any issues. You want to make sure that Frank gets that business. And again, if I don't know anybody, I don't have those types of contacts, or I'm looking for a new person, make sure that you provide that information.
I had a quick question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you put that first slide up with both of your name, contact information?
I'll put my email address in the chat here for you guys. If you guys have any questions. Randy at
I thought the first slide had your phone number and email and everything on it.
my email is right there. Whoever was asking for it there. Do we have any more questions?
Sorry, I was muted. So this is Dennis King, and he's on the Washington State Puyallup town site. And this is him talking about how his networking group that he's created with his town site helped save his roofer's company. Like his roofer was losing his business, and because of his networking group he created from within his town site. So
it was their marketing manager came up and they said, well, you know, if we didn't have this connection with the referral group that we're in, you know, we did $500,000 in roofs, just roof referrals, and gross sales from this group itself. And that saved the roofing company this past year from folding. And so they were very appreciative. They see the value. And, you know, in a struggling economy, especially with, you know, a company like a roofing company where, you know, those big ticket items are, you know, harder and harder to come by to pay for, that helped their business stay afloat. And so, you know, that holds a special place in our heart.
So that's like kind of a proof of like what we've built, and the whole idea is to kind of create your whole networking group of business professionals, and you all kind of surround oh, did I pronounce it wrong? Thanks, Kelly. But yeah, he just launched his third site. So he's exciting. He's a great partner, and he does some trainings every now and again on he does trainings on how to grow your networking group. Kelly, if you go to townsites.com, there's a number of reviews. There's a whole review section right on the website. It's on the top in the center. Let me show you. If you go to on the resource page, and then you go to the second one down as reviews. There's a number of our partners right here.
Yeah, guys, and I just want to say something, like Debbie and I are using these tools ourselves, otherwise they wouldn't be here.
Then on our website, you can watch a full webinar, our 8-minute video, and then we also have a 20-minute podcast that you can listen to, and it's all based on becoming the digital mayor. So it's a really nice. We're really proud of the website. We spent a lot of time, and then you can check your availability right there as well. Any more questions for anybody?
Is everyone sleeping? Where's everybody
We
at?
did a good,
Come on,
no,
guys.
we just did a very good job explaining.
Is this month to month, or will there be a follow-up email with a breakdown of pricing and all of those other details?
Yeah, Catherine, $4.95 a month, right? We are waiving that setup fee. It is a 6-month contract. It has to be. Unfortunately, content can't SEO index, in a month. This isn't like a Zillow thing where you get a lead, it compounds, right? Every article adds to it. You're not going to see any real results from an SEO standpoint without, kind of going the long run with it. Not to say that it won't immediately produce results and efficiencies for you in social media, your newsletter, other areas. So that's why we do it. The sites just won't index that quickly. We can't get to the top of Google within 20 days by posting 3 articles, unfortunately.
And then somebody asked, Kelly, you asked about Maple Valley. That is actually taken. I don't know if it's taken or if it's reserved, but let me check real quick here.
Randy, I just want to clarify while Lee's looking for that. You said just a second ago that you were waiving the setup fee. I think what you meant was the $200 coupon. Is that correct?
Yeah. We're discounting the setup fee. Sorry. Thanks, Debbie. And somebody asked about the time in which it takes to onboard, right? So once you come on board, you're going to fill out an onboarding form. We're going to collect a bunch of information about you, your website, like your picture, because we have to like build these sites for you. You're going to be assigned an onboarding specialist. You'll be contacted pretty much right away. And then it takes, depending on the backlog, like Town Sites is only a couple years old, right? There's been a lot that has come out over the last 2 years. Depending on the backlog, where we're at, anywhere from 7 to 30 days. Typically, it's between 7 and 14 days. But that also is a little bit dependent upon you guys, because sometimes we have to do a lot of chasing. Somebody doesn't have their most recent headshot, or if we're setting them up with a voice AI agent, they don't provide us the documentation that we need to get them a TCP, a compliant text messaging and voice dedicated line, right? You can't do this stuff with your guys' cell phones. You should absolutely not be doing this with your cell phones. So there's things that sometimes we have to chase people around for. So it really is put back on you guys at the end of the day in terms of how quickly you can get us the information it takes to build a site. Anybody who's built a custom site knows what that takes. So it's not just you click a button and then all of a sudden it's done, unfortunately, with us. A lot of the standard real estate websites are just templates. So if you join a brokerage, they can turn it on in a day. But those sites will never index, unfortunately.
Guys, any more questions? Lee and Randy crushed it. The tool is unbelievably valuable. I honestly can't believe that it's only $4.95 a month. They're super powerful.
So, you did mention, one of you, hi, it's Heidi again. This $4.95 month would be grandfathered, that, so.
I was kind of joking.
Oh, okay. Then you're saying it's a 6-month contract, but I mean, is it possible to lock in that rate for a couple years? Because this is a long term. I mean, if you're going to be digital mayor of your area, you want to be that long term, right? And you want it to pound the SEO and all of that.
So Heidi, I've been in the prop tech space for a long time, right? And I've built multiple companies. When we say we grandfather people in, right, we might add, who knows, right, what we might add. We might add like YouTube channels done for you down the road, right? and the cost of our product might be then offered at a higher price point, right? It might be offered at $6.99. Are people who have been coming in the door for the last year, year and a half, any new feature that we release for the most part, unless it's like a cost to us, meaning like our Facebook ad placement, right? We're passing those costs over to you. So we haven't increased the cost to our customers where they initially locked in. Now, where new expenses are incurred, like our Facebook ad tool, you have to pay Facebook, right? We can't cover your daily spend there. And same thing with our text messaging. So we use a version of Twilio, which is a publicly traded company. It's where, you know, the vast majority of texting platforms are built. We're not charging you to use the service, but if you go above like 5,000 text messages, you have to pay 0.001 penny, right? So you will incur those costs. So when Lee talks about grandfather, that's what we're talking about. And this goes true with our Google LSA program. So we're going to get you optimized so that you're popping up at the top of Google when people are searching real estate agents. You will have to pay Google directly, right? You put a budget in. So we're doing the optimization, the posting, all of that stuff. We're making sure that you don't go into Google jail, but you still have to pay for your lead, right? Because Google's like, Heidi, we sent you 3 qualified buyers. Your AI converted those. Like you owe us $31 for those 3 leads, right? So I think that's what Lee's talking about in terms of grandfathering in.
Okay. And real quick, since, I mean, probably a lot of the brokers on this call right now have their own websites, I would imagine.
Hope.
And we've been wanting to redesign mine anyway, but you know, I have it hosted. My host is a hosting company I've used for 27 years. I mean, they have pretty good customer service and blah, blah, blah. But so is part of what you're offering or suggesting totally rebuild my website, which is big.realty.com? No,
Not at all. We're complementary, right?
Okay.
So what a lot of people do, like anybody who has a Boomtown site, KV Core site, or a custom site in your situation, what I would do if I were you, right? I would look at my sites and say, which one is going to keep more eyeballs on it, right?
Yeah.
You obviously want to market that one more so. But a lot of people will add a tab up at the top that say, check out my town sites, everything, blah, 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 Washington. Or
Right.
they have a big box,
Yeah,
right?
big box. Yeah.
Click here to see hundreds of articles about this, right? So you can play off of each other. We can also link back to your site. So if you have like the best IDX search platform built into your site, and you want people to do the searching because then it maybe does the listing alerts or something like that, we could put that tab in your town sites so it links back, right? So that's what that's how it works. I'm not
Okay,
saying
I was just like worried, like my whole website's gonna go over into another world, and it's gonna be, and then I'll be stuck. Like, you know,
not at all, not at
Okay.
all.
One
then
of the
Mhm.
things on our whiteboard, and I can't even give a timeline, but we had talked about adding the IDX feed directly, which we've had quite a few of our customers like really love what we're doing, and we're like, I want to get rid of my real estate website altogether. But I can't even begin to give you a timeline on when that would be available. I can tell you one thing is it will happen this year, but maybe, you know, maybe third quarter. But we have a lot of other AI stuff that we're releasing. First, we have exit intent pop-ups, so we have like contests. So when somebody goes to your site and they go to leave, there'll be pop-up that'll say, you know, scratch this lottery ticket for a chance to win $200 at your local coffee shop.
Wow.
And so we're going to be doing stuff like that and getting people to want to put in their information in, and so they're going to be subscribed to your digital newsletter every week, and then they can come back every day and re-enter. And guess what that's going to do? That's every day your site's going to rank higher, and then we're going to do that with the articles as well. So that's our next big thing that we're launching. And it's just after continuing to make improvements to all the articles and the SEO and all that stuff.
Voting and giveaways are a really fantastic way to generate free leads, right? Like vote on your favorite place, your favorite sandwich shop, right? Your favorite cleaner. Like you could do that on social media. You could do that inside the system as well, and giveaways too. I'm put a raffle of, free happy hour lunch at XYZ. Who does not like to have a comped lunch, dinner, cocktail, or cup of coffee, right?
Yeah.
So those types of things, again, even if you did that on your own social media channel, aside from town sites, those are really cheap ways to generate leads. And again, like the point of getting a lead, right? First name, last name, email, phone, right? Most people don't change those things ever, right? Don't annoy those people. But what you want to do is you want to stay in touch with them. I'm still here. Here's some value. I'm still here. I know that you might not be buying a house. You bought one 2 years ago, but you're a family of one right now. Most cases turn into a family of two. You just want to stay in touch when, guess what? Right? That's when you want to be on top of people's mind.
So it's
Let me show you.
$4.99 a month, and then $199 a month for your partners. And once you have 3 partners, which would be $600, then
You're making money.
yeah. Okay.
You're actually making money off the site.
Okay.
I want to show you real quick. I know we're past the 90 minutes, but so here's Kelly. How am I supposed to pronounce it?
Y'all up? Is that right?
Pulip. Pulip.
Okay.
Like
Hi, Kelly.
So here's their site, and I want to show you what I'm talking about. So there'll be something like this that will be like an exit intent. So when somebody goes to leave, it'll be come back daily to see if you have won a $50 gift card to whatever. So, and if you go to scratch it, it won't do anything till you put your email address in. And once you put your email address in, then you can scratch to see if you've won. And then we're going to allow people to come back every day, and it's going to really help with the engagement on the site. So I'm really excited about that. So, and that's not only going to be on, and we'll be able to customize campaigns. So let's just say you have your favorite local business. You'll be able to go in and do whatever you want for any of these different companies. And then also on all of the articles that we write. So anytime an article is posted somewhere, we'll have the exit intent to get somebody to join your digital newsletter, no matter where you're at. So one of the questions early on was, how do we get engagement on your site? And all those things, the digital newsletter, the exit intent pop-ups, all those things are vital to really help you guys get long-term engagement on your site and continue to grow it. All while you're growing. I mean, Debbie knows how powerful it is growing a Facebook group. We're creating a Facebook page for you that can turn into a group. And the goal is in a couple of years for you to have thousands of people in your group. And that's, extremely powerful for your business, because you're in charge of that.
All right, cool guys. Anything else before we wrap up and give everybody their days back? Lee, Randy, this was great. Thank you so much. And thanks for sticking around longer to answer questions.
Yeah, and then I'm going to, let me put my calendar link in there. I did that last time. Let me do it again real quick. And then I'm going to also put I'm going to put my cell phone in there. I might be crazy, but is the calendar link part of the deal? You actually do get a calendar and texting as part of your deal. So if you're currently paying for Calendly or another service, you can get rid of that. So we're going to save you money on.
I think that was a joke, but
oh. Well, we're going to
thank
save
you, everybody.
yeah, I was talking to somebody the other day, and she has a texting platform. she has her Calendly platform. So that's going to save her like $199 alone. Just
It's already paid for it. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. All right, you guys. Thank you all very much. Lee, Randy, thank you.
Thanks.
See you guys next time.
All right.